You're walking to your car at night. A shadow moves near the fence. Your heart slams before you even know why. You haven't decided to be afraid. Your body already decided for you. This happens in under a quarter of a second, faster than you can form the thought, "What was that?" Faster than your eyes can even finish focusing on the shadow. By the time you consciously register danger, your body has already started preparing to fight, run, or freeze completely still. Something older than you made the call. It starts in a part of your brain smaller than an almond. Two of them, tucked deep beneath your temples. Neuroscientists call them the amygdalae. They're constantly, silently, scanning everything you see, hear, and feel for threat, whether you're aware of it or not. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux, who has spent decades studying fear circuitry at New York University, mapped out a shortcut he calls the low road. Raw sensory information, a shape, a sound, a flash of movement, gets routed almost directly from your senses to your amygdala, skipping the slower, thinking parts of your brain entirely. It would rather be wrong than be late. That's why you can flinch at a coiled garden hose before you even register it isn't a snake. Once that alarm fires, your body moves fast. Your amygdala signals the hypothalamus, a small switchboard for your nervous system, which activates the sympathetic nervous system. Physiologist Walter Cannon first described this cascade over a century ago, coining a phrase that's become almost a cliché. Fight or flight. Your adrenal glands dump adrenaline into your bloodstream. Your heart rate spikes. Blood gets pulled away from your stomach and pushed toward your legs, which is why fear can make you feel sick. It isn't a malfunction. Your body just decided your legs need that blood more than your stomach does right now. Your pupils dilate too, letting in more light so you can spot movement faster. Time itself can feel like it slows down. Your brain is packing denser memories into every second, which is why terrifying moments can feel like they stretched on far longer than the clock says they did. All of this happens before a single conscious thought. Your body isn't waiting for permission, but fight, flight, and freeze aren't three separate choices you make. They're a spectrum your nervous system moves through automatically. Freeze is the one people misunderstand most. It looks like giving up. It isn't. It's an ancient strategy inherited from animals that have been dodging predators for far longer than humans have existed. Many predators are triggered by movement, so standing still, even for a second, can be the difference between being noticed and being missed. Psychiatrist Stephen Porges has spent much of his career studying this through what he calls polyvagal theory. Your nervous system, he argues, has layers, each one older than the last, activating depending on how severe a threat seems. Mild stress triggers social engagement, your instinct to look for another person's face. Moderate threat triggers full mobilization, the fight or flight response Cannon described. Extreme, inescapable threat can trigger something even older, a shutdown response borrowed from prey animals that go still when capture seems certain. None of this was designed for modern life. Your amygdala can't tell the difference between a real predator and a car backfiring, between actual danger and an email from your boss with the subject line, "Can we talk?" Endocrinologist Robert Sapolsky, who studies stress in primates, points out that a zebra's stress response shuts off completely the moment a chase ends. Yours doesn't. You can trigger the exact same ancient alarm just by replaying an argument in your head hours later, or by imagining a threat that hasn't happened yet. Your amygdala reacts the same way, regardless. So what do you do with a system this fast, this old, and this blunt? You don't get to override it in the moment, but you can influence the aftermath. Slow, deliberate breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the counterbalance to fight or flight, and tells your body the emergency has passed even when your amygdala isn't convinced yet. Understanding what's happening in that first second doesn't stop your amygdala from firing. Nothing will. It's not broken. It's not overreacting. It's doing exactly what it evolved to do, protecting a body that, for the overwhelming majority of human history, was in genuine danger far more often than it is now. You're walking to your car at night. A shadow moves near the fence. Your heart slams before you even know why. But now you know exactly why. Something older than you made the call, and it was only ever trying to keep you alive.